Greetings. I want to say hi to you today, and I have a few announcements that I want to make to you. First, I'm David Johnson, pastor of New Tabor Brethren Church, and we're glad that you've been joining us in worshiping with us on our broadcast, and we will continue to do it as long as this thing lasts. But I got a couple announcements I want to give you. First of all, this is the obvious. You've been seeing this on television over and over and over again. My wife and I, just last night, were making dinner, and we're looking at the TV in the kitchen, and they said, we want you all to listen very carefully what I'm about to say. We all stopped and stared at the television, and here's what they told us. They said, don't forget to wash your hands. And of course, everyone knows that. But they said, this thing cannot. They said, there's a 99% chance of you not contracting this virus or spreading it if you do these things. If after you wash your hands, do not touch your face. Don't touch your mouth. Don't touch your eyes. They said this virus needs that to continue. So I want to encourage you, please remember to wash your hands as frequently as you can possibly do. We were at Slovacek's just the other day. On our way back from College Station, we had to pick some things up at the drugstore. And we stopped there, and the clerks at Slovacek's there in Snook, they had gloves on. So, take all precautions, and don't worry about what people think, but keep yourself safe and make sure that you're careful. Now, I want to make a couple announcements. First and foremost, on Resurrection Sunday, we will be back here doing this, right here on this on the Facebook channel and on our website. We have another service for Palm Sunday and for Resurrection Sunday. I want to encourage you to tune in same time, 10 o'clock on those Sundays. Now, on Resurrection Sunday, we're going to do something very different that we've never done before. I've never done before. And this is an extraordinary time, and we're going to do something extraordinary. So we're going to broadcast our normal resurrection service that we have recorded, and as you've been seeing on 10 o'clock on Sundays. But also, we're going to meet here in the parking lot. We're going to have drive-in church. We're going to have parking lot attendance. We're going to have a trailer out, flatbed that I'll be standing on to preach and minister from. Musician will be up there with me. And we're going to lock the building down if we're still under this quarantine. And so you will stay in your cars, and we'll have service together. We'll also have communion. And when we have communion, we're going to ask you to bring your own bread and grape juice. And we're going to serve ourselves communion. It will not be the traditional having the elders serve you. You will bring your own. Bring your own cups, and we will partake in communion together. Now, for some that say, well, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. Well, David, when he was fleeing from King Saul, the Bible tells us he went to the priests of Nob, and he went in and he was hungry. They gave him Goliath's sword, and they also gave him bread from the bread of presence. That wasn't acceptable either. But in an emergency, in a situation like that, David used his liberty as a child of God, and we're going to do that too. So we're going to serve ourselves our own bread, bring your own bread, and your own grape juice. We're also going to do something on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We're going to, beginning this week, we're going to have what we call the Bible Boost, which is about a 3-minute devotional, and you can find it right here on Facebook. And it's just about a 3-minute boost with Scripture. It'll be me just encouraging you in the Lord. So I want to encourage you to remember all these things. We're doing our best. We're working very hard. Let me say this. The folks that come up here and record these, they do it at risk. Every time we leave our houses, and we're staying in our homes like you are. But for things like this, we're coming up, and there's not many of us here. Right now, there's only 3 in the building. But we do this at risk because it's important. We want to stay in contact with you. We want to encourage you in these tough times. We're going to make it. Everything's going to be okay. And God's going to walk with us every step. Remember these announcements. God bless you. We'll see you next time. May the Lord keep you and be safe. Amen.